Welcome to the Enigma Daily, everybody. But should I say actually, happy Monday? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Enigma Daily. One more week in the books, and we're going to start the day off with a good episode. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen one of these stories come across my desk, and people have talked about it. But today, we're actually going to be talking about some Dogman reports that came out or coming out of San Antonio, Texas. I'm going to pull the article up real quick right here. Wolf-like creature stalking San Antonio city parks. Viral Reddit post claims. It's been a while since I've seen one of these, actually. I've been, for a while there in 2024, Dogman sightings seemed to be about every other week, right? But they actually have seemed to slow down a little bit. So I was actually happy that this came across. And as always, the link to this article will be in the description of the video. This came out October 2nd, 2025. And it's in this place called, it's at a park in San Antonio, right? Called Northside Hardburger Park, right? And the interesting thing about this park, when you dig into it at all, is that it was actually somewhat recently donated by a wealthy individual who passed away. And his requirements were that it remain a park the whole entire time, never be developed, right? And it's about 311 acres is what it said it is, right? Now, here's the story as it breaks down, right? Around October 2nd through the October 6th, depending on, how deep you want to dig into it, but we'll just say sometime in early October, reports started emerging from people around dusk at this park. And they were saying that they were spotting what at first they thought was a coyote. They were seeing rustling in the bushes. They were seeing, lights, we've talked about this. Eyes glowing in the bushes as well. And they were starting to hear strange noises. But as the sun would go down, most parks close at dusk. I'm not too sure about this park, but as the sun was going down, they started hearing more and more aggressive snaps in the woods, more aggressive, screaming. And then finally it emerged into people were reporting seeing several instances of reporting seeing some reports up to 10-foot tall Dogman, werewolf is what they were calling it, or a wolf-like being. They reported, I'm going to give it exactly how they reported it. It was they said it's not a large dog or a coyote. They described a massive something standing upright, wolf-like, with long limbs and a towering posture. One resident claimed that the creature was as tall as a man, if not taller, standing on two legs before dropping down and sprinting into the trees. So, now things get embellished on as they go along. So I've heard, the only time I've ever heard of a Dogman being over 7 feet tall or 6 feet tall was the Joe Barger incident, the 12-foot tall Dogman he said he killed in the Manistee National Forest. This one comes in matching what they talk about, 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall as well. And as you go to it, you get moving into it, they actually did a somewhat investigation, not too much of an investigation from what I could gather. But they said they did find large paw prints by some of these, sadly, children playground equipment that was out there, right? Big, massive canine prints spaced far apart, almost if whatever it was left them in an unusually long stride. So they could tell that whatever was walking past it was, taking very long steps, and it wasn't a, 4 paws going through. It looked like 2 or whatever. I hate to use the term paws for a dog man, but I guess that's the best word I have for it. And now, so I was not, again, the link to this description of this video, go to the description of this video, you find the link to this article, you can check it out. Now, I was not aware of a lot of things that went down in Texas, but actually Texas has an unusually high werewolf Dogman sighting track record. As far as, I think they even have something down there called the, Dogman Triangle or something like that. They have a lot of massive reports of these type of creatures being down there. One of the best ones I did, and I covered it on a live on my main channel, the Ancient Enigma Files, was about these 3 guys that were fishing on some lake down there. And at nighttime, and they got approached by what appeared to be a pack of these creatures, and they went through this kind of encounter, and then they had to jump in their boat real quick and get away, and it affected all 3 of them in different ways. One man became obsessed with these creatures and, has dedicated his life to going out there, finding them and trying to, do away with them. The other one admits that it happened and, it was very strange, and he'll never go back out there fishing again. He's just done with that. And the third one says it never happened. It's just totally false. The other 2 are lying. It's just completely, a fabricated story. So these type of encounters have been known to affect people differently and cause cognitive dissonance. And, some people just can't recover from the actual experience themselves. And another thing about Texas I learned as well is Texas has a lot of cryptid legends down there. The Lake Worth monster, a lot of chupacabra sightings down there, actually. Supposedly they have giant black panthers, werewolves, dogmen, and, Bigfoots as well. So it's pretty, it's a massive, it's our biggest state. So it's pretty massive down there. So I've never been to Texas before, so I don't know how, remote some of the areas could be, or if they have a lot of forests or a lot of mountains down there. I don't really know. I know they have a lot of rattlesnakes, and that's terrifying in itself. But either way, I thought this was pretty cool. And again, it's kind of went viral, and a lot of people are putting their theories onto it. Of course, some people are trying to say that there's a batch of drugs going around that's causing people to hallucinate. That doesn't explain the paw prints or anything like that. So when I hear that type of stuff, man, I just kick it out right away. Another thing about this area is that supposedly this park that they were in is massive, and it's really, really thick. And again, I'll put it up here real quick. You can see that it's pretty thick, but it has a set path. And they said it would be a perfect place for something like this to hide, even though 310 acres sounds like it's a little small to me. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about Texas or whatever. But it is actually believable when more and more people come forward and talk about it. I do believe in these type of creatures. I just don't know if this one down here in Texas would be the one that, because again, there's no photos, and that's just the thing. But there is physical evidence. But I ask myself sometimes, are even people trying to take photos? All right. So, anyways, you know how we do around here. It's a great way to start the Monday. I thought it was fun. I hope everybody had a good weekend. If you're interested in more Dogman or Werewolf content, our long form breakdowns, we've got some great episodes. Go back to the landing page of this YouTube channel, click on it, go over to our main channel, and help yourself out. If you're new to us, we're a brand new channel we're trying to grow. Please do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. If you didn't like what you saw, we're always interested in taking feedback. Give us a thumbs down, but just let me know in the description of the video what you would like to see improved and what could work and not work. So anyways, guys, way to start the week with a good Dogman story. And I tell you what, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and we're out.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.